Welcome to our ERP system tutorial series. In this video, we will guide you through the procurement process in our ERP system. So, let's get started. We start with purchase order with 3-level approval authority. First level is create the document, second one is posting, and third one is approval. Only approved document available for next stage goods receipt note. Purchase order is a formal document that initiates the procurement process. It serves as a written agreement between a buyer and a vendor for the purchase of goods or services. So, let's get started. The option to create a new purchase order. This is typically labeled as Create Purchase Order or something similar. Click on it to open a new purchase order form. Fill in the necessary information to create the purchase order. Start by entering the vendor details. Look for a field labeled vendor or supplier and select the appropriate vendor from the provided options. Click on Save button once you enter all necessary information. Next, enter the product details. Locate the field labeled product or item and enter the name of the product you want to order. Now, let's add the quantity, price, GST, and what information. Review all the entered information for accuracy. Make sure all the details are correct, including vendor, product, quantity, price, tax rate, and delivery date. Once you have verified everything, click on the Post button to post the purchase order in the ERP system. Now, the purchase order goes to next stage where the authorized user approves the document. After approval, the document only available to view only. Now, the purchase order available for goods receipt process. Further, you can view purchase order summary in reports section. After creating purchase order, next step in the procurement is goods receipt note. Open the goods receipt note form from transaction menu of purchase and payable module. Look for a plus option that says Create Goods Receipt Note or GRN and click on it to open a new GRN form. Fill in the GRN details. Start by entering the purchase order number associated with the received goods or services of the vendor. This helps link the GRN to the corresponding purchase order. Enter other necessary information if available, then click on Save button to create auto-generated document number. Now click on the button that populate all items of the selected purchase order. Verify the received items. Check the delivered goods or services against the purchase order and packing slip. Inspect the quantity, quality, and condition of the items to ensure they match the order specifications. Here you can delete the item if received quantity is less than order quantity. In this case, you have to add new row and select the item from the list and enter received quantity manually. Once you save, system update inventory stock levels instantly. After finalizing, click on Generate Invoice button. It generates purchase invoice based on the goods receipt note according the purchase order details. After this purchase invoice step done, Item Ledger Report in Inventory Modules Report section shows item history. You can create purchase invoice manually from transaction purchase invoice option if required, or according to the organization policy. Manual purchase invoice reflect only on payable side. Doesn't reflect inventory position. IBX Software provides same process for data entry in major transaction forms. That's why user can easily create transaction like purchase invoice or goods receipt note in the same way. In reports section you can see Supplier Ledger. Supplier Ledger shows purchase invoice as payable. Manual invoice doesn't post automatically to general ledger. Go to Purchase Posting option in Purchase Processing menu, then post the invoice to General Ledger. Financial impact. To create a vendor payment in an ERP system, follow these general steps. In the payment form, select the vendor for whom you want to create the payment. This can be done by searching for the vendor name or vendor ID. Enter paid amount. Balance amount shows in the next column. Now enter credit payment account, either cash or bank or any other account if you create the payment as an adjustment. Enter the payment details, including the payment amount, payment method, example, check, electronic transfer, and payment date. Review the payment information for accuracy, ensuring that the selected invoices and payment details are correct. If applicable, add any necessary notes or references related to the payment, such as invoice numbers or payment memos. Now click Save button. Payment voucher number generated on this stage. Now click on Settlement button to knock off invoices of FIFO method automatically. Click on the Save or Submit button to create the vendor payment in the ERP system. After saving the payment, the ERP system should generate a payment transaction record or reference number for future tracking and reconciliation. If required, print or generate a payment advice or remittance advice to provide to the vendor, detailing the invoices paid and payment details. Finally, update the vendor account balance and transaction history in the ERP system to reflect the payment made. Second method is knock off invoices manually after generating payment voucher step. Verify the outstanding invoices or bills associated with the vendor. The ERP system should display a list of unpaid invoices or bills that are eligible for payment. Select the invoices or bills that you want to pay from the list. You can typically choose specific invoices or select all invoices at once. Procurement process has been completed now. And there you have it. The procurement process, from need identification to vendor evaluation. By following these steps, organizations can efficiently manage their purchasing activities while ensuring transparency and accountability. First you made purchase order, then goods receipt note, then made vendor payment. Now you can see financial journal voucher of purchase invoice and vendor payment that was made simultaneously. Thank you for watching this procurement process tutorial. We hope you found it informative and useful.